Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be live trading on the 50K account challenge for Topstep Combine. And it's about 5 minutes before the market opens. So we're going to see if we can find some trades today and show you guys how the process works live. Yesterday, I made a video on how to create levels of interest, a live video last night charting up these levels that you guys see here on my chart. And today I added this demand zone that I grabbed from over here. This is a level of demand where the market hit this area, this zone, and aggressively moved up. So we see some buyers stepping in there once, twice. Could we see another time that they step in? Maybe. Or we can break through and continue to the downside. So right now I don't have much of a downside plan other than, creating this level as a resistance and taking sells from there. If we don't have a false breakout to the downside, maybe we can have a false breakout where we break down, and then as soon as we break down, we break right back up inside of this trading range right here. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and give you guys right here. Let me pull this up for you guys. Just want to give you guys the disclaimer. Let me go ahead and open that up. And let's see how it's looking over there. Let's make this full screen. There you go. So go ahead and read through that disclaimer. Just want to let you guys know I'm not a professional trader. I'm just someone who's looking to be a professional trader in the future. This is not a financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes mainly. And so you guys can see how the process works and how I make mistakes, how I learn from my mistakes, the journey, the transparency of a struggling trader, and all that good stuff. So if you guys are interested in that type of content, go ahead and leave me a follow, subscribe, like this video so we can push it out to the algorithm, and leave a comment down below some things that you guys may want to see. Alright, so now that the disclaimer is out the way, let's go ahead and exit that out. The market opens here in 2 minutes. So finally I figured out how to go ahead and show you guys my book map. And this is what it looks like. Hopefully it's showing good on your side. We see the market push. Let me go on this screen. We see the market push down, found buyers, and we're just consolidating, waiting for the market to open. So as you guys will see, once the market opens, it's going to look a little crazy. There's going to be a lot of orders coming in. We could fly up, then fly back down. A lot of orders are going to be getting filled, so you just have to be patient. I don't really like to trade the open because it's a 50-50 chance of going either way. I like to see some type of a confirmation on what the trend is going to be. But we have this demand zone here on the chart. Let me pull it up for you guys. There it is. So we're in this demand zone. If we can see some type of bounce and reclaim this level, make this level as support, then I'd be willing to take some buys. I'm trading the micro contracts since I'm starting a brand new account on Topstep. The goal is to make $3,000. After I make $3,000, then I will be able to move on to a funded account where I'm making actual money on each trade. Right now, I'm not making money on the trades that I'm placing, but there's still a risk component behind it. It still feels very real when you're trading on the Topstep Combine because you are paying to do this test. Okay, the market is open, so let's see what happens. You are paying to do this test, so you have your actual money on the line, and that also creates that risk behind your trading. And they also give you very strict rules, way better than they used to be. Before, if you lost $1,000 in a day, then you would be done with the test. Like you'd be disqualified pretty much, and you would have to either pay for the test again, which before it was a lot more expensive. It was $165. So you would have to pay that again if you wanted to trade the next day, or you would have to wait until the rebuild date at the beginning or whenever you paid for the test to go ahead and start trading again and get a reset on your account. And what a reset is that, let's say you broke one of the rules, you lost $1,000 in a day and you get disqualified. Well, you can pay to have your account reset back to the like beginning so that you can go ahead and try again, try again and learn from your mistakes. So I've only done it once. My second attempt, I was doing it on another platform, but they brought back my favorite platform, which is here on Tradeovate right here. It's my platform. I'm on Tradeovate. I'm starting fresh at 50,000. So this is the account right there. And we're gonna do the micro contract so that we are only risking $5 per point that the market moves. Once I make it to like at least like 500 at least, or maybe depending on how the price action is on the market, if I can see something that I see as a high probability, then maybe I take the macro contracts, the regular ES, not the micro ES, and that's where you're risking $50 per point. So my strategy is I like to go for a 2 to 1, which is I'm making 2 times what I'm risking, and that way I can be making money, and when I lose, I still have some money left over in my pocket. So we see here we're still just waiting for, this is the 15-minute candles. I'm gonna go ahead down to the 5-minute. Just had this chop right here. This is a chop where we just stay in this range. So this is what I like to call balanced conditions, where the market is staying between this area from here to here. So we are balanced between buyers and sellers. We aren't having an imbalance. Imbalance is coming. This is building liquidity right here. This is a pool of orders building up so that we can have an imbalance. Either the sellers are going to have an imbalance or the buyers are going to have an imbalance. So we can see an imbalance toward the downside, and imbalance pretty much means that there's more orders on one side than there is on the other side. So when I say the sellers are having an imbalance, there's more sell orders than there are buy orders. So it creates an imbalance in the market and pushes the price of the market down even further. Or vice versa. If there's more buy orders than there are sell orders, those buy orders are going to overpower all those sell orders, and we're going to keep moving upwards until the last buyer buys. Let me go ahead and show you guys the book map. Not much action so far. Not much action so far. You guys can see we opened at 9:30. We're just having some chop right now. We moved down, moved right back up. Now we're back down here. So what I'd like to see is big orders coming into the market to show me some type of participant, buyer participant or seller participant stepping into the market, um, taking initiative to move the market in a certain way. Because the way that we trade, we're retail traders, we don't move the market, but there's thousands of traders out there that do move the market. So their big orders, excuse me, their big orders will take over the market and create those imbalances. So right now we just be patient. We might be here for a while. I usually trade from, really I trade from 10 a.m. to about 12. And if I have a good trade before 12, then I'll just call it a day. But as you guys can see, we see some buyers stepping in. Let me go ahead, go back to my chart now. There we go. So I'm probably gonna start with like Might just start with 2 contracts, honestly. 2 contracts. If I'm risking 5 points to make 10 points, I'd be risking $50 on the trade to make $100. Something light, for the first trade on the account. Don't want to go too big. And I haven't traded since I think Thursday. Not even. I haven't traded since Wednesday of last week, so it might be a little rusty. So I don't want to increase my position size when I'm feeling a little rusty. Just honestly, too, I was trading the September contracts for the MES futures, and now that that contract has expired on Friday, September 15th it was, we are now trading the December contract. So I had to make a completely new analysis on this chart. So since I have a brand new analysis, I still don't want to go too big in my position size because there could be levels I didn't be able to see while I did my analysis, and then I may be able to see it after the fact. And if I take a buy position and we have a resistance like right here, then my target may not hit. If my target's all the way over here, we might find resistance over here first. Let's see. Probably gonna put a level there too, honestly. This is what I like to call a micro level. So let's see. If we were to break, if we can hold this demand zone, maybe we can target to the upside. I really would want to wait for us to break back above there. 5 points, something like that. Target 10 points. That looks like a realistic trade idea right there. But first we need to wait for the trade to actually play out, get some confirmation. Oh, let's see. See, one thing I did not check is to see if we have news coming out today. Let me check that right now. Most of the time the news comes out at 10 a.m. That's why I usually trade after 10 a.m. Because if you're in a trade at 10 a.m., before 10 a.m., then you can get whipsawed out. And what whipsaw means is that the price will move crazy within that 1 second that it hits 10 a.m. and then it'll go the opposite direction that you planned very quickly. And then right as soon as you get stopped out for a loss on your trade, then it goes your direction. Or it could go strongly in the other direction and then you got stopped out and saved from a big loss. So let's go ahead and check. Today's Tuesday. Doesn't look like we have anything today at 10 a.m. So we don't have to worry about any news coming out at 10 a.m. Okay, we're still seeing a battle between buyers and sellers here in this area. See buyers trying to push up, but sellers just keep bombarding them with their orders. Volume right here. We have above average volume. So we're going to see, let me move this here. I don't want this. There we go. Something like that. Oh. And this is the 5-minute chart. When I trade on the 3-minute. It gives me some pretty good moves on the 3-minute, a lot clearer than the 1-minute. I don't use the 1-minute at all. Unless it's very volatile, then maybe I'll use the 1-minute. But right now I wouldn't want to buy until we get above this level, because this level can act as resistance, because it was previously a support level once. We gravitated here twice. So I want to see some aggressive buying step in, get in on a pullback if we're going to buy. Or maybe we can have a rejection here, but I probably would not play a rejection play inside of a demand zone. I'd rather let the zone fail, wait for a retest, and then sell. So that's the only two options you really have when you're trading futures. You can either buy or sell. You buy when the price is going up and you sell when the price is going down. So you make money both ways. That's why I love futures, because even if the market isn't moving too much, just with 10 points on, and you get really good with your trading, you can start to increase your contract size, and just with 10 points you can make a good amount of money. And 10 points is not that much, honestly. I'll show you guys what 10 points is. Well, 10 points is this green box from here to here. That's 10 points pretty much right there. That's 10.75 points. So make sure I'm on the right account. Yes, I am. Seeing some buyers step in. And good thing I'm only using 2 contracts, so I'm really not risking much. Risking $50 to make 100. I'm not making that much either, but it's a good start. It's a good start. I need to make 3,000 to pass the test, the combine. So it could take me a while just to get funded. So why not, try not to rush it. If you try rushing it, next thing you know, you're losing a lot. So oh man, just gonna be patient. Starting to see some selling come in. The 44.92s. We're at 44.92.50 right now. Let's see. So right now we're just in between this trading range. See if I can identify. Got the downtrend, or in a downtrend so far it looks like, but it's more like a chop. More like a chop, because we went like this, like that. So now we're back there. We have a low, a high, a lower low, but then we made a higher high, and then a higher low. Not a higher high, this is a lower high. And then we have pretty much the same low right here. A lower high. We need to make a higher high than this high right here if we want to go ahead and see some upward movement past this zone. Right now we're just in this chop area, so we really just gotta be super patient with this. Let's see, I see another level here, micro level. I don't know if you guys hear my dog barking out there. She cracks me up. So you guys can see so far we had some type of resistance here. We see sellers coming in. I just saw some aggressive buying step in. So We're gonna see how it plays out. Taking a trade like this will be super risky because you have this resistance right there. So what's the reward really? Only 3 points to risk 5 points. Maybe something like that looks good because we have this structure right here. Below this structure, we would be wrong on that position. But I'd rather see more of a bounce right there. Because we could have a fake out right there. So we're just gonna wait. Oh, still seeing that rejection there. We couldn't close above that level. We see some sellers stepping in. Some big orders so far. Let me show you guys the book map. Show you guys the book map. So you guys can see we had that push up right now that just happened, and then we had that order get filled over here. And this was a big order. It got filled. We pushed down, and now we're seeing some buying, but then we're also seeing selling. So you have to be patient. That's good. That's why I really wouldn't have wanted to take that buy there. We had that level of resistance. So let me show you guys the chart now. Look at how much we moved up all the way to this area, and then we immediately found sellers there, aggressively move us right back down to where we were. So let's say I took the buy there, I already would have been down because I probably would have gotten filled somewhere around here. So that's why I'd rather wait for us to break above this level, hold this level as support, and then take a trade based off of that confirmation. We're inside of the man zone too, so that's another confirmation if this can hold. And then volume will be my third confirmation. On the book map, I'll look to see for those aggressive orders to be stepping in to give me a confirmation to take a buy position. We go ahead and look at the bigger time frame. I'm gonna go to the 15-minute first, see how the 15-minute looks. So right now I kind of see like a head and shoulder pattern on the 15-minute. It's more of a bearish pattern. It's like a seller's pattern. But if I were to have taken that head and shoulders, it would have to been at the top of the right shoulder, which is right here. Don't think I would have taken that at 6:30 in the morning. I wasn't even awake for that. So I like to go to the bigger time frame to confirm the moves. As you guys can see, we're having a strong rejection off that level right here. We tried to peek our head above it and then failed. Trend line looks so ugly there on the 15. I'm gonna delete that. The next thing I'm gonna do is go to the 30-minute. So the 30-minute looks, the higher the time frame you go, it looks a lot cleaner, less candles. But the longer it is to play out, the trade, well, you would have to wait in the trade a lot longer because these are 30-minute candles. So the trade could be an hour long if we want to wait to get back up here. Still see buyers defending again. It's a sign right there that we do not want to see continuation to the downside. Sellers would need to take control of this market and break us below this previous structure. I think we have news coming out tomorrow. Usually when we have news, market tends to be choppy. Not too much going on until the news comes out. I believe the news that's coming out is think it's FOMC week. Let me check what's tomorrow. It's always on Wednesdays. So check here. Wednesday we have, hold up, let me see something. Okay, good. So Wednesday we have 2 p.m. Fed interest decision. So I believe that stands for the FOMC. So tomorrow is definitely going to be a day to look out for. I don't usually trade those days because of how volatile it is. It could be very tricky. You have to have wide stops and be able to risk more or trade less and risk the same amount as you would, but just trade one contract instead of trading two or four. So we just waiting. We see the market pushing down still. Could have a level right there on the 30-minute chart. I'm trying to see. I like to put my levels at the candle open or the candle close. So this would be red. Make this red. The open right here. It's a macro level right there. Still seeing defense. We need sellers to break through this area. This is the 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart. Oh man. So we wait. Sometimes you can wait here for the whole day and still lose on a trade. And that's just how it is. Or you can sit here for 2 hours and make money on the trade and still make a mistake, but that's what we learn for. Pull out my sheet of paper right here. Looks like sellers might take over here, draining out all those buyers. Excuse me. So boring. Some boring action right now. Let me show you guys how the book map is looking while we at it. So there we go. We broke past this previous level. You see sellers, 496 lots right there. Zoom in there. 241 lots. See if we have that fake out, break back inside of the range, or if we continue to push down. This might be a better area to buy at if we can hold this area. Like something like that. Probably something like that. a 30-minute chart, so it might take forever for that to happen. So I don't see any continuation to the downside. I see buyers stepping in still. No big orders come in. No big orders have came in yet. Would be a red flag for sellers if we cannot continue down. We need to see some continuation down. If not, then that turns into a buy signal. But let's see what happens. I see some orders coming in on the sell side. Right here, we see those orders coming in. See if buyers aggressively step in or if sellers flush this market down. This is the volume on the book map. So we saw higher volume than normal in there. And there you go. Look at the volume starting to increase. That's why we be patient. We wait for those levels to hold. Take those trades based off the key levels. That is such a small range right there. If you guys can see that big, we have these orders right here, big orders. This is they could be stop loss orders. These are buy orders right here, so if they get filled, it could fuel a sell-off even further if there's not enough orders to push us up. See what happens when we hit these orders. Usually when those orders get filled, when they break through, the market moves pretty aggressively. So if we break through these orders here, then we can see a big move start to happen to the downside. So a buyer just got filled. They tried to break through and they couldn't. We had some buyers step in there. Let's see if they want to try again or if we continue back up from there. See these levels right there. Looks like we're trying to break again. It's a boring morning so far. We have 10 a.m. coming out soon, so even though there's no news today, sometimes you'll still get that 10 a.m. volume spike. And we'll see some big move. Let's see what happens. 10 a.m. in a couple seconds. Ugh. 10 a.m. Here we come. Look at that. Start to see some increased movement. We're just chopping it out right here. There it is. We just broke through that level aggressively. That was some aggressive selling, right? 591, 338 lots. And this is of the actual like E-mini. So think about that, like 509 lots at the market price is crazy because each point that the market moves up, so from 44.84 to 44.85, it's a $50 gain or loss on your account. So imagine 50 times 509. That's a crazy amount of money. I don't even know what the math is, but so maybe it was a little bit bullish biased. Let me see. Let me show you guys the chart here. What I see now in hindsight, I couldn't see it in real time. But what I see now in hindsight was pretty much what I talked about before, where we peaked our head above and then now we created this level as resistance. Previous support becomes resistance. We found another support level here, but it could not hold. And look at the sell-off that we have now. Big move right there. So I want to go ahead and delete this zone now as it becomes invalidated. Delete this as I'm no longer interested in that trade just yet. We created a new level of supply right here. A supply means aggressive selling to the downside where there was an imbalance of sellers. More sellers here than there were buyers. A lot of sellers. Look at the volume. So don't see much. Let me go to the bigger time frame. 15 minutes. See, where's the next area of support here? Can't even see this shit. This is all from the September contracts too. Next level of support. Let's see, next level. I'm just gonna stick with this level, honestly. And this turns into a supply zone. And we just wait, we wait. If there's nothing to be traded, then we just walk away eventually. We still have some time. It's just started. 10 a.m. just hit. Looks like today is definitely a day you want to be patient. Let's look at the 30-minute. Let's see another zone over here on the 30-minute. So right now we have just a lot of supply in the market so far. The downtrend continues. So you guys can see we've already been here for about 40 minutes and still no trades taken, no trades taken. I don't see none of my setups. I had a plan for a bullish idea. The plan did not happen, so it got invalidated. So now we just wait for the next opportunity. See if we can make this level as resistance. Get a retest back to this level. Maybe take some sell positions from there, depending on how price action reacts to those levels. If we see a lot of buyers at that level, but we're failing to continue upwards, then that's a good sign for selling. But if we see a lot of buyers and continuation, then we might want to start looking for some buy positions again. Wow, that looks crazy. Show you guys the book map. Look at that move. There's a lot of contracts traded here. Now we wait, now we wait. Continue to wait at least. Definitely a day to keep small size. Go with a light position. No big positions for me today. Not really too confident on how I can read this right now, because we just have a big move down, so wouldn't want to sell right here. That'd be chasing a move. Just the best thing to do is wait for that pullback, see some type of rejection, and if we want to continue down, wait for some type of structure like a bear flag, another head and shoulders. Let's look at the smaller time frame on the chart. So that could have been a nice little trade right there from that rejection. Since we were stuck between these two ranges, I was more bullish since we had that demand zone. Just was not able to read the market in real time there. That's completely fine. This is the 3-minute time frame. Have not seen no aggressive buying today, really. This has been straight selling. The market opened up over here, 9:30. So we literally chopped for the first about 10, like the first 15 minutes we chopped. Then once we broke below right here, that's where we had like a breakout play, breakdown play. I don't usually play breakout plays or breakdown plays. I like to do like a break and retest strategy where we break kind of like right here. We broke down below this level, we retest it and take the sell off of the retest. Still in no man's land. Still in no man's land. Hopefully the stream is looking good for you guys. I want to check on it, but I don't want to create that weird sound effect that happens when you're looking at two videos in the same room, recording two videos. Well, recording and watching the video messes up the audio. And I use my phone for my camera. Starting off small right now, got the camera and the mic hooked to my phone, so I can't really watch it on my phone. See what structure we form here. Volume has died down. Let's see what we can find here. I see this downtrend. I see no level support anywhere. Could be risky taking any type of buy positions outside of that zone. See if we get a little bear flag action here. A little bear flag action. Something like this. Well, I don't really see it forming just yet, but it'll be something like that. Could change. It's way too early to be able to look at the structure. Book map. Let's see how the book map is looking. Broke below. Gonna delete this for now until we get some clear structure. Show you guys the book map. We hit these order. We hit this order a couple times. Could not go through it. Just waiting. Starting to see more push down. Some big orders coming in there. Sellers are consistent today after 10 p.m. I mean 10 a.m. Oh, I see some buying coming in. Yeah, lots of buying. Finally, some type of buying. I'm not too interested in buying just yet. I'd rather be a seller right now. Still more buying. Look at that move that happened right there. We hit the market and we bounced. Not a level that I had on my chart. Maybe it becomes one. We're going to see what happens. No continuation still from buyers. Are we building up liquidity here to push up, or are we going to reject? And this is the 3-minute chart that I'm on. See what happens. No orders, pretty much small orders only. It could be 50-50 chance of both happening right now. Either we move that down or we move up. Finally seeing some type of buying. Broke out of this trend line. So if I were to even buy here, say I got a 10-point target, 5 points would be right here. That looks like not the best entry. I would really have to have stop like right here. And sellers are aggressive still. Something like that. That's 7 points. Where my 5 points at? Maybe I do 575. This is in the middle of the range though. This could be a level right here that I don't know about. Let's see. See some consolidation happening here. Okay, I see some orders coming in. I think we could see a nice retracement back up. So like a stop like that. Then create limit order. Definitely want to do it down to 2. And do like a market order. Some 67 to make 100. I don't really like that risk to reward. I do not like that risk to reward. It's not worth it. Do not like that risk to reward at all. I need to be making 2 times what I'm risking. So just let the trade go on without you till you get something better. We'll get some clear structure. Let me go ahead. I'm not even on the chart. So I'm starting to see what's called tapering. And what that means is that we have this channel. And then we have level support. And then we have something like that. That line came out nice. See some taper in here. So it's not looking too bad, actually. It's not looking too bad at all. Target these highs right here. Definitely don't want to do 7 contracts. Risking 75 to make 135. All right, well, I'll take one for the team. I'm only trading 2 contracts, so shouldn't be too bad. Oh, damn. Sellers just came in heavy. Sellers coming in. So let's see what happens. 50 to make one. Still see sellers. Still be like something like that. I'd rather do like a 5-point stop here. And then I'll reset this. Only 2 contracts. Alright, so risking 5 points to make 14.5. It's like 3 to 1. And see this tapering. So I took a small position just to take a nag at it. I kept seeing buyers stepping in on the tape. So if we get stopped here, we get stopped. I took a small position. Not risking too much. Only risking about 50 bucks. So now we just let the trade do its thing. Alright, so we just wait now. Let's see if we can retest those highs. I'll probably scale out one of my contracts. Like right here, I'll go ahead and change this to 1. And trade. If I'm in a buy, I want to sell. See some aggressive buying coming in. That may be a good sign. There goes those sellers coming right back. Let me go show you guys the book map here. So we saw this aggressive buying come in. It's kind of getting taken out all over again. So I have my order set. Let's see. Let's go back to the chart. So I'm currently down $10. It's fluctuating. Down only 5. Try not to look at the money amount. So if I was in the regular contracts, I'd be down like $100. just from that small move right there. So that's why I'm only trading the micro contracts because I'm a little rusty. So if I do take a loss, you can't avoid losing. I'd rather risk a little bit than to go big off rip. Still seeing buyers defend there. See, my thing's still going. Yes, sir, it is. I do not see any continuation from buyers. So the probability of my trade working out has just gone down. And I still see follow up from sellers. Some aggressive selling coming in. More aggressive selling coming in. And where's my stop? My stop is very close by. So I like to have a 5 point stop, only risking 5 points. I feel like that's enough room for the market to show me that I'm wrong. I don't like to risk more than 5. Wow, we just had a big market sweep order come in on the downside. So it might be where I get stopped out here. I see buyers defending as well. See who wants to take over. I think this trade may not work out, but that's just what my mind's telling me. Um, so I'm just gonna stick with the plan. I'm gonna stick to my stop loss, leave it at where it's at, and let the market either stop me out or go to my target. Currently down 30, as you guys can see. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys so you guys can see. So this is where it says how much I'm down. This is where my stop loss is, and this is where my take profit for one contract is, and the next one is over here. So once this hits, then I'll get out for one. I want to get out here because this is where I believe that I would be wrong. And we're getting very close to it now, so I could possibly probably get stopped out here. There it goes, so close to my stop. This is probably like the most annoying part is when you're like very close to getting stopped out and it's just like staying there. So your mind's like, gets a little anxious, but you can't do anything to control it. So you might as well just not think about it too much. All I can control is my risk, which I determined my risk before I entered $50. And then I can determine my plan, which is I want to hold to a certain level in the market, and that's all I can control. So try to focus on what you can control. See what happens here. I might just become liquidity, which means that I'll get stopped out for a loss and then it'll go shooting up my direction. Because my stop is like right below this area of structure. So what tends to happen is the market will start to move to fill these stop orders. For example, look, my stop order is right there, so the market wants to gravitate towards my order, get it filled, and then move up. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm very close. I'm like 1 point away from getting stopped. Still seeing buyers defending, but they're not strong at all. Volume is low. So my plan was that if this is tapering, then I want to be riding the wave up to the retest. But it looks like we want to create a lower low, which would invalidate my thesis why I would get, this is why I would get out for a small loss. And we still see a lot of consolidation. I believe we're going to get a strong push down to my stop loss. That push is coming soon. It's gonna go one way. Like the hardest part is to manage your expectations when you're in the trade, because when you place a trade, you convince yourself of a reason why it might work, but you also have to be able to know the reasons why it might not work. So you just expect something to happen. There you go, that big move just happened. So I'm gonna go ahead and cancel these. There you go. So that big move just happened on the book map. Let me show you guys. Look at that right there. My stop was like right here. As soon as those stops got filled, moved down aggressively. So I believe I lost like $50 on that trade right there. Let's see. Account summary. 63 with slippage. So already first trade of the day is a loss. Today's not that interesting so far. Looks like we had just a little consolidation there. 5 minutes. Looks more like a little bear flag right here. So what time is it? It's 10:40 already. Been on here for an hour and 14 minutes. The market's moving very slow today. Gotta be super patient today. And let's see. Yeah, I see the selling still going. Selling still going. Or this is where I got in over here. Saw that tapering on the chart. And then right here, this is where I got stopped because it didn't go my way. Yes, sir. Minimize those losses. Keep them small. Thank God I didn't trade the big contracts on my first day back. Would have been a $630 loss just with that little move right there. Crazy. Very, very slow action today. Very, very slow action. Let's see. Put the chart on so you guys can see the trade on the chart. So I got in over here and got out right there for a loss, $63 loss on the day. And my plan was for this to be more like of a head right here. Go like that. See, is my mic still on? Yeah, it is. Well, looks like I might call it a day here, guys, and not overdo it. One trade right now would be good since market is not moving too much. What I can see so far is just we have this area right here. We made a new low, so the trend continues down. We would have to break above this level and then this level if we want to continue up. But I'm not going to stick around to find out. If it happens without me, then it happens without me. It wasn't my trade to take. And later today, I will be reviewing the chart to see what happened, see what we could have done better. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I took a loser today for you guys. Small loser. And now you guys can see that this is the process of trading. Being the best loser wins. If you can lose consistently and make your winners bigger than your losers consistently, then you'll be able to be profitable in the long run. With that being said, I hope everyone